of Humanity Rising. I hope you had a good weekend. We had May Day on Saturday, the 1st of May. And as we begin our week, I just want to note that that is a day globally since 1889, actually, that the world has celebrated labor and celebrated the working people of the world in their struggle for better working conditions and more equity in the companies in which they serve. It's worth remembering that the issue that brought the workers of the world together back in the 1860s and the 1870s, 1880s was around just simply an 8-hour working day. Before that time, the managers of companies could work their workers for any amount of time. And in 1886, there was what they call the Haymarket event, where police opened fire on workers, killing scores of workers. And in the ensuing riot, police officers were also wounded and killed. And that arrested the world. And then in 1889, the Second Socialist International in Paris met, and they designated May 1st as a time where workers could come demonstrate if they needed to be, that needed to be done, but also just to celebrate labor. And I raised this on May 1st weekend and Monday because if there's been one sector of society that's really taken the hit during the pandemic that we're still traversing, it's been workers. Factories have been shut down. Employment has been scarce. Unemployment has skyrocketed in countries all over the world. So how we navigate through what we're currently confronted by with this pandemic, how we keep food on the table, how we keep money in the bank, how we create opportunities for employment for ourselves, has really been a challenge to many of us around the world. And I just want to note the solidarity that we need to have with one another as we find work, useful work in the world, which is so indelibly imprinted into our self-esteem. So welcome, workers of the world, to Humanity Rising. And I'll now open up our program by introducing Kathleen Riley. All of you know her. She's been on 3 or 4 times on Humanity Rising already. She's a musician extraordinaire in her own right, with a PhD in musicology, who seems to know musicians in every sphere of the music business and domain, and has brought this panel together again today called Soundscapes. And it's going to be wholly dedicated to just harmony through music. And it is Kathleen that's going to open our meditation today. So Kathleen, welcome to Humanity Rising, and I turn the program over to you.
Oh, thank you, Jim. It is such an honor to once again be here with you and to be sharing this with our dear audience. And I'd like to begin with just sharing with everyone how this group, several members of whom I am bringing here, these dear hearts, to share with us today, and it's called the Global Coherent Performers Community. And 1 year ago, April 21st, I began this Facebook group. And my calling to do so started when I had been in New York City in the beginning of March, expecting to be doing lectures and workshops in my work with musicians, as well as showing my documentary. And of course, because of COVID, I flew back to California on the 14th, and on the 16th, Broadway shut down. And every performer that I knew, that part of my world, because I am a performer, and my degrees are in actually piano performance, but I could feel the loss, the panic. And in meditation, I had a question start coming in to my heart. And it asked, is it time? And I heard, no, not yet. And about 2 weeks later, one morning I heard, it's time. And with that, I just said, well, let me bring everyone together. And I formed this group. And I'm blessed that in addition to my skills and learning as a performer, pianist myself, my postdoctoral studies in neurophysiology, psychology, I'm also a certified trainer with HeartMath. And I began to teach 16 weeks of 90-minute classes for my group. And I offered the skills to help them shift and reset, to help regain and to really ground during this transformational time. And so today it is my absolute honor, beyond words, to bring 6 of these beautiful souls to you for sharing. For the purpose of our group is really to be sharing through heart and intention and sound, not in words so much or in thought, but in this higher frequency that we are bringing to you through music today. So I will be bringing on with me, and I will share just this part before I go into the meditation and then an inspirational reading, and then the music will commence. And dear chat people, we love you. On today's special presentation, we will not be really engaging with the chat, for our communication is really coming through our sound and our music. And so I will begin, and my guests who are joining me are Ruth Cunningham, who many of you know, Daniel Ballone, Fred Johnson, Amy Kamey, Paul Luftenegger, David Eby. So I'd like to begin by inviting everyone to silence their cell phones, to sit comfortably, and allow the mind to clear of any distractional thoughts. Begin to take a few slower and deeper breaths. I invite you to close your eyes and focus your attention on the area of your heart. Put your hand on your heart. And as you begin, take a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as this breath continues to rise and flow through your body, I invite you to focus it and feel it flowing in and out through your heart center. And now I invite you through this breath, with this breath, to plant seeds in the garden of your heart, to plant seeds of love, compassion, kindness, generosity, tolerance, forgiveness, trust, courage, gratitude, appreciation for all. On the inhale, sow these seeds deep within your high heart, within you and within your being. And on the exhale, we extend these feelings toward one another, toward ourselves in this beautiful community. We sit in here with Humanity Rising. I invite you to send these intentions outward to your family, your friends, your communities, your cities, countries, our world, and all sentient beings. Continue to listen to your breath. Stay connected. Allow any distractions that flow into your mind to just simply sift away. And I will begin with an inspirational prose reading. And this is a piece that was written by a man, Alan C. Inman. and it is, I am music. I am music, most ancient of the arts. I am more than ancient. I am eternal. Even before life commenced upon this earth, I was here in the winds and the waves. When the first trees and flowers and grasses appeared, I was among them. And when humanity came, I at once became the most delicate, most subtle, and most powerful medium for the expression of people's emotions. When humans were little better than beasts, I influenced them for their good. In all ages, I have inspired them with hope, kindled their love, given a voice to their joys, cheered them on to valorous deeds, and soothed them in times of despair. I have played a great part in the drama of life, whose end and purpose is the complete perfection of humankind's nature. Through my influence, human nature has been uplifted, sweetened, and refined. With the aid of humanity, I have become a fine art. From Tubal-Cain to Thomas Edison, a long line of the brightest minds have devoted themselves to the perfection of instruments through which all may utilize my powers and enjoy my charms. I have myriads of voices and instruments. I am in the hearts of all and on their tongues, in all lands and among all peoples. The ignorant and the unlettered know me, not less than the rich and learned. For I speak to all in a language that all understand. Even the deaf hear me, if they but listen to the voices of their own souls. I am the food of love. I have taught humanity gentleness and peace, and I have led them onward to heroic deeds. I comfort the lonely, and I harmonize the discord of crowds. I am a necessary luxury to all. I am music.
Oh, my brothers and sisters, oh, all we family, join me as we feel the pure melody that we each sing in each moment. I hear you, I feel you, as we sing the song of the breath. We in every moment sharing the purity of breathing in and singing out the song of the breath. May we in this perfect divine moment now hear and feel the song of each other, the song of the breath. May the drum, like the rhythm of our hearts, guide us to be in in the pure divine allness of creation may we be connected through the pure melody of the calling forth, the melody of our breath, breathing in, breathing out, singing this pure song of life, the melody of our breath. May we hear and send to those in our world who struggle now, our family in India and all across the world. May we know that we are joined as one, as we sing in harmony the song of the breath, as we sing in harmony the song of life that joins us all, so that we may be stronger as we receive and sing this song of the breath. Your hand on your heart. Yes, put your hand on your heart and say I love you, and close your eyes, feel your breath beneath that beautiful heart in your chest. And look inside of your soul. There is love coming to life. I see your love as one love. I feel a joyfulness of bliss in this. Oh, can you see your waterfall? And your heart is leading to your stream. How it flows, it glistens as it goes. So shine your light and shine your soul. Shine your light. Ganesh Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesh Sharanam, Ganesh Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesh Sharanam, Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha
I invite now for my dear heart musicians to join me, and we will be in gallery view for just some heart sharing with you all. And there are a couple of inspirations that, as I listened and experienced, and we we're truly in presence with one another here today. There's no pre-plan. And I'm inspired to read a couple of poems. For music has always been my expression. And I understand. It goes beyond where mere words can go, and it touches places of our hearts that we touch all because we're not having any kind of reactive response to words from our different perspectives. So for me, music is the first note sounds and the glorious melody unfolds. The hymn of life resonates harmony through the universe. The angels play upon their lyres. The stars shine brightly. And the souls of mankind are lifted to the heavens. And that's truly what was woven together so far today through this melody and its unfolding. And it started with an intention. It began with intention. It began with our hearts coming together, locking in, and then allowing the voice to speak through our sounds. It's extraordinary what we can create when we still the thinking mind and allow the high heart to speak. There are no words. Yet, there are words such as these we can share as inspirations. And then we will continue our sound journey today. But one inspiration came in this morning in my inbox from Michael Beckwith that I'd love to share. And he says, we are here as individuals dancing to the cosmic rhythm of creativity. We are here to dance to the sacred sounds of the celestial movement of the spheres, emanating from the mind and heart of God. We are here to celebrate the primary essence, the only presence that there really is. This is where we are supposed to live. This is where we are as we experience this. So I invite my dear hearts here to share, anyone who's feeling some inspiration they'd like to share in this heart sharing before we go back into sound sharing. So please unmute and share some heart words with our global audience. David.
Each of us has a song living inside of us. And our souls yearn to sing our unique song, whether it's through devotion, whether it's through activity, whether it's through deep meditation, service to others. And being a musician is such a honor and a gift to be able to use music as a way to tap into our own unique song, to be able to express that wordless vibration of joy of our soul's true nature that yearns to find expression through us. So I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to come to share sound, to share a few words, and to just offer everyone hope of finding that inner joy amidst all our chaos, amidst all our grief.
Thank you for sharing that. Beautiful, beautiful. Fred.
You know, I think that what David said about the inner joy is a really important thing. It's sometimes difficult for us when we're in our minds to remember that we were created to manifest and experience joy. And one of the beautiful things about melody, about music, is that from wherever we come, from whatever part of the world we come from, whatever experience, we may have different vibrational experiences of the harmony of music, but music transcends what we're thinking and really goes into that place. I had a teacher who once said the longest distance traveled is the distance between the head and the heart. But along that pathway, there are a whole bunch of folks making music. So I think that the journey to explore, to express joy, or even to express that openness that gives us permission to recognize that there are challenges that we face in our life, but that joyfully, like that shared breath, we can find a way. Because one of the greatest gifts that the human animal possesses is the ability to know beauty. And so through creating that intentionality of the melody of beauty, it gives each of us an opportunity to be reminded that we're a part of this great mosaic of life and living, and that the access to joy is always there if we remind each other and share the journey along the way. And those of us who create sound, it's our way of saying, hey, welcome over here. Come on, come hang, have some joy.
So true and so beautiful. That just sprang another poem into my heart to share from a wonderful soul, Viola Petit Neal. She wrote many years ago, and actually most of what she brought forth was in the 1960s. And she writes, this one is called The Great Musician. The great musician at his console sat, his organ notes rolled through the empty corridors of space, and substance sleeping in the night of time awakened. Worlds were formed, and suns and stars and shining galaxies. His life flowed through the soaring melody, and all things moved. The dance of life began. And through our hearts and that inner music of our soul, we continue to weave into this beautiful tapestry. And we amplify the love, the frequencies of our true soul intention, connecting with one another in this field. So we are simply here to amplify, to come together in harmony, and to dissolve, transmute the dissonances, transmute the dissonance in our world today. Yeah. Well, I feel my heart people around me, and I feel that it's time for us to co-create some more inspiration through our music that has arisen out of this sharing together in the moment. So who would like to begin?
May is the month of Mary. So I'm going to sing Ave Maria. Benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. nobis, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Gratia plena, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis. Ave, Ave Maria. Amen. Bhubai Swaha
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्
You know they tell me that when we make music, that the ancestors smile, big white smiles. You know they tell me when we come together and sing and make music, that the sun shines more brightly as the ancestors smile. You see, it's a fact, my friends, that the things that are different about us make the journey of life wonderful. So let's make music. You know how when you hear a melody, your body just can't sit still. It wants to dance like the stars at night. So come, 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 let's dance and make music. You know, music, it makes you smile, and sometimes it makes you cry, but you feel the deepest feelings way on the inside. We are all the same in that way. We need melody. Oh, so just like the birds when they sing, just like you when you're talking to a friend, it's the melody of life, the melody of you being who you were created to be and do together. Just like we freely take this breath, let us breathe into this melody of life together and see what we can create, 'cause we were created to make melodies of joy. We were created to make melodies of joy. Even if that melody is the simple melody of laughter, joy is the way each and every day we just forget. We get too busy. But I'm here to testify that now is the time all across the world. Take a deep breath and we will hurl the breath of love towards each other through our simple melody. Come dance and sing. The time is now. Join me, join Ruth and Amy, join Paul and Daniel and Kathleen too, and David doing simply for you, 'cause together we're better, and our voices sing better, and we were created to be a family of harmony. Come, 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 make music in your heart. Come, 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 make music in your heart. Yalla.
Who's feeling inspired to to continue, please do. You know this is our flow. Let it flow. Paul? We still have some time. So if anyone is feeling called, please share. David. I see Daniel. Ready?
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva Shambho. Shiva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Shiva Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva Shambho. Om Namah
My deepest gratitude for you all today. This sharing has been magnificent. And we now turn this back to dear Jim Garrison.
Thank you, Kathleen. And thank you all for a very heartful and empowering session today. You know, there are many words on Humanity Rising, just as there are many words in the world. And to just take a Monday morning and just bask in music has been very soothing to my soul. So I hope that's similarly true for the thousands of people that are watching this program. And I hope that we can take this coherence that we've experienced into our day. So thank you all very much for gracing us, for blessing us on this May Day. Tomorrow, we're going to be delving more deeply into one of the meta themes that Humanity Rising has been developing around men. We've had a number of sessions now on the examination of masculinity in a post-patriarchal world. There's much discussion about women's liberation and the empowerment of women, very rightly so. It's critical to human survival. But men are also going through their own struggles. And we started last month with Lion Goodman convening a panel. And this session tomorrow is going to go into the reality of being Black in America. What's it like growing up Black in a society gripped by systemic racism? There are 3 people shot a day around the United States every day of the year by police. And the preponderance of the people shot and killed are Black. And so as we went through the pandemic, we noted the death of George Floyd. We followed the trial of Derek Chauvin. And tomorrow we're going to be bringing a number of Black men together for a discussion of their reality in the United States today. So that'll be our Humanity Rising session tomorrow. But for today, let us continue to just bask in the music of the spheres that Kathleen and all of you have provided for us. And let us take that deep harmony into our days. Thank you, everyone. See you again tomorrow here on Humanity Rising. Bye for now.